Zoom's going to be something special, guys. We're going to have the amazing Eranga with this analytics in the compensation plan, the accelerator going on. And this is something new. And thank you very much, Eranga, for joining us today. So I'm going to go through the schedules to do this because we need more analytics people like that on the compensation plan. On last time you wanted to share the FX trading books, but it was a very, the time was like over 1.5 hours. So next week, we're going to start showing more analytics. We're going to talk to Eranga. Thank you very much. So congratulations on the Wednesday Zoom call. Please invite everybody. You do not want to miss this amazing sessions out, guys. XRP is going to be moving very, very hard. At the moment, gold is just on all-time high price discovery. But let me tell you something very important. Okay, when gold is never been happened before, goes to price discovery. When gold will crash, it will crash hard. I'm telling you. And then you will see the crypto movement going to another level. So this is very important. Keep an eye on XRP. XRP is just not going to stay in the same level as you see at this right moment. We have some amazing leaders from all across the world. Thanks to the power team presenters, Queenie, Robin Chamberlain, Lisa, Gail, Al Medina, and with all the many other top leaders across from the world, we are rising, guys. It's not only XAB, we are looking at Avora, one of the world's biggest forex traders with the millions of income. But this is something very important. Learn, listen about the accelerator and see how you're going to make some amazing money. You don't have to do the accelerator. It's an option. It's an option for every single people, the lazy people, the investors. But if you play the card right, what Eranga going to tell you, then make your own decisions. Don't be forced into making a decisions, okay? Because Eranga will tell you everything. Number one, what we're going to do, we're going to go through a small presentation of the compensation plan of XAB. We're not going to go through the entire system. After we come to accelerator, this is where Eranga will take over. Okay, so Angels, I'll leave it over to you. And after, if you want to ask any questions, then you can do this and we will go to testimonies. Meanwhile, please invite everybody. We will give you updates of so many other different kind of Zooms that's going on, French Zoom going on, Spanish Zoom going on, Hindi Zoom going on, English training. This is the platform where everybody should rise, guys. This is very, very important because you have the setting. You have, this is not, this kind of setting you don't have in any other companies. In any other companies, you're just on your own. But with the XAB family, with the Power Team family, everything is set it up for you to take advantage of the most amazing platform we have ever seen in a very, very long time. I hand it over to Queenie for you. Queenie, take over and then do the short presentation, and then we'll hand it over to the mastermind, Eranga, for his amazing analytics. Thank you.
Thank you, Ash, for an amazing introduction. But without further ado, because I know that we're going to have an amazing session today with our top earner, recent diamond ranker, Eranga. And
second time round.
Oh,
diamond.
second time. Okay, second time, but first appearance. All right, with our power team, and there's going to be a lot more. We're going to hear a lot more from this amazing gentleman. But what we'll do is we're going to go through a short overview of the presentation, compensation plan. And she needs no introduction. She is part of our XAB Angels, has been doing this for quite a while, but she's also delegating and giving leadership techniques to our entire power team community. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Robin, who's going to take us through that. And then we're going to hear this amazing 2 times diamond Eranga all the way from the UK. Okay, over to you, sister.
All right. Thank you and good morning, everybody. Well, we're going to make this presentation very short and concise because I'm excited to hear the presentation from Eranga. But first of all, the XAB Club is where your XRP grows. So we'll do the disclaimer. XAB Club offers an arbitrage trading tool that's based on calculated risk, not financial advice, because we know that crypto can be volatile and can involve high risk. But the company isn't held liable for third-party issues like exchange downtimes, API errors, or your misuse. So users must follow their local laws and tax rules. By using the service, you accept full responsibility for any losses and agree we're not liable for any damages. Always consult legal and financial professionals before trading. So as we know, the top cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and we know all of the basics about that. So I'm going to skip ahead right now, and we're just going to get straight to welcome to XAB Club, where your XRP grows while you sleep. So what we're going to look at is that trading bot, and we know it's built on a win-win model, scans the exchanges, identifies the price variations, and moves quickly to and precisely to get that trade, buying low and selling high, thanks to Dr. Jack Van Mueller. So when we talk about the compensation plan, the first thing you have to do is register to get into the club. Once you register, you have a choice of packages that you can actually choose, from 10 XRP being basic all the way up to 10,000 XRP to join being Tycoon. It does take one activation fee. The bot takes 30% fee. The rest of that goes to your airdrop wallet. And you can passively earn up to 300% from your airdrops. And those airdrops can be up to 1% for 6 days a week. Those are your daily airdrops and your rewards. And then if you actually have 2 times your direct billing, you can earn up to 2% for 45 days. And that is going Sonic. So those Sonic airdrop rewards will go to your airdrop wallet on a daily basis. Now, every Tuesday, you have to activate your bot for it to continue to do those airdrops for you. So the first step is every Tuesday, and we just went through a Tuesday, so Finland time, or I always say Helsinki time, and then just remember to start your bot, select your strategy, and then confirm, and off it goes. And if you're new on the call today, welcome. Welcome to XAB Club. Get in, jump in feet first, get your package, activate your package, and start trading. Now, the bot pauses on Tuesday just for calibration and update. So don't forget to restart your bot weekly, because that will mean you'll miss a whole 6 days of airdrops. All right, Go Accelerator. I am so proud today to introduce Eranga, who is going to go through the slide, the presentation. And Eranga, if you want me to put up a slide for you to go through first, that's fine.
Yes,
I can go
please.
over.
No, if you can, please allow me to share.
Yes, I will do. Thank you so much. Let me stop sharing right here. And you can open your screen and share.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see the slide, okay? Yeah,
We
all
can,
can
100%.
see. Okay,
Yes.
give me a second. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Welcome all. Greetings from the UK. So I've been tasked to share our experience and the processes in relation to the accelerator. So I got some of the official slides plus some deep dive into the accelerator. So starting with, accelerator explained, right? So give me a second. I'm just in. You may see those who have already got packages. You may see on a Tuesday that the accelerator sort of the slide bar turns up, right? If you buy a new package, give me a second. I'm just trying to give me a second. Oops, sorry. Let me work on it. Yeah. So if you're buying a new package, it will show the accelerator bar. So you have the option of either activate or accelerate the bot itself or your package. I'm just trying to work on something. It's not coming through for me. Okay, so for me, right? Before you kickstart on the accelerator, there are two areas that we need the belief level, right? One is XRP, right? So for us, that's really important to understand how amazing or the potential that we have with regards to XRP, right? If you haven't got a clue about Ripple and XRP, I wholeheartedly tell or advise, do a bit of research about this coin. This is not a meme coin. This is not a speculative coin. It's a real world asset. And this is the third stroke fourth largest cryptocurrency that is being used for cross-border transactions. There's so much of good news out there with regards to XRP. So in that relation, we don't have to teach as such because there's so much good news about XRP. So these are some of the screenshots that I've taken, but not everything is verified. So it's in our responsibility and duty to ensure that we do our own due diligence regarding XRP. Okay. These are relating to more towards UK. So that's why I'm sort of using this for my team. So in relation to UK, so like the SEC in the US, the Ripple wins UK regulatory approval from Financial Conduct Authority. Now, these are mainstream news. Swift on notice, XRP's drive for global payments power, and it's CNBC reporting it, right? PwC, we all know PwC, right? So PwC names Ripple a game changer in financial services. So what I'm trying to get through is the power of or the potential power that we have in XRP. We need to have that belief as number one. The second belief that we need is belief of ZAP as a company, as a program, right? For me, and I work with Shiv, Avtar, and myself work together, based in the UK. So we have our own complementary sort of, expertise and skill levels to work on. So for us, it's not about us taking the risk, especially when you're sharing with other people. We want to make sure that risk is mitigated. So you have seen this one, even Robin showed this particular slide. So it's a win-win model. So this whole ZAP program is based on a win-win model through XRP arbitrage trading. So it's not speculative trading, it's not spot trading, derivatives trading. No, it's not. So it's about the price differential of XRP between four different exchanges, and then pick up the differential of price and then execute the trade. So it's done it on a profit. Okay, it's 100% profitable. So that gives us the confidence that the program is 100% profitable. For us, it's all about knowing the people behind ZAP. So when we were introduced this program or ZAP, and when we found out that top leaders as well as co-founders are based in London, we got more excited the fact that this is a great opportunity for us to meet them. So on the 4th of November, we were introduced to ZAP in mid-October. So in a couple of weeks later, we were privileged enough to meet the co-founders, Rehan, Rizwan, Shweta, and also Ash. Ash organized this meeting for us, which was very grateful. So for us, we had few gaps and few facts that we needed to find. So this meeting really did a lot of good. We asked I would say, we had the fear, we had the uncertainty, we had the doubts. So what we needed was to understand the people behind it, understand the vision behind it, and their track record. That gave us more confidence and assurance that this is a great program to be part of, right? And we didn't want to just stop there. Then we decided to go to the launch, which was in Barcelona, which was on the 15th of November. There we met many leaders, including Robin, including Queenie, and everyone else. But the key player that we did not meet in London was Dr. Jack Van Muller, right? So it was so awesome to meet him and then also see the arbitrage bot, trading live, seeing the hashtags. That gave us more confidence and the assurance that this is a real deal. So these are the evidence, these are the facts that we wanted to have in our armory before we start sharing with people. Okay. So we've seen this, many of you seen the initial roadmap we had, right? So this, if you look at year one, the reason I brought this one again to show, we're all familiar with KPIs, key performance indicators, audit trails, and so on. So for me, numbers do matter, evidence do matter, right? So here it's about year one. Did we achieve year one? Did the company deliver year one? Yes, they did. And now we got the more revised roadmap, and we are in year two, 2026. And then we got the event coming up in March and certain things that will be launched this year. And then we got further 4 years, including 5-year roadmap. So these are the things that we wanted to hold on to it and have that confidence and reassurance that that is here to stay. Okay, so now let's go to the accelerator. These are slides from the official channel. So accelerator, like you don't have to. If you accelerate your bot, you got 60 weeks that you don't have to activate your bot on a weekly basis on a Tuesday. So you get 60 weeks of hands-free airdrops. And the fact that, because if you come as a passive member, although your back office will show 400%, 4x on your capping, what you get in airdrops would be maximum of 300%, 3x. But by accelerating, you get 400%, which means a further 100% growth of XRPs through airdrops, right? And those who are sharing, right, like the team leaders, whoever's sharing and being active members, they do get 20 levels of residual income as well. So I've got a few other slides to go deep dive into those ones. So you won't get your XRPs, accelerated XRPs during your locked-in period. But after that, they get into a calculation and then you start receiving much higher XRPs or airdrops as a passive member, going forward after your 60-week period. And also the beauty of it is you can stop the accelerator at any given time during the 60-week period. However, whatever the period that you locked in, those accelerated airdrops will have to go through the process of 60 weeks and thereon. So as you know, instead of getting 300% as a passive member, you will now get 400% growth as a passive income, and you have a 60 weeks of hands-free airdrops. So let's now go into a bit more detail. Now, these are like our slides. So you know what the lock-in period is, 60 weeks, which is 13.8 months. Airdrops growth during that lock-in period is called the accelerated airdrops. Accelerated airdrops within that period get accumulated. You won't get it. You have no access to those airdrops. Though the custodial of those airdrops will be with the company. Accelerated airdrops cannot be withdrawn, okay? Additional airdrops during that period, let's say you accelerated your package and then suddenly you managed to share with a couple of people and you went on Sonic. The difference of Sonic and the accelerated airdrops, that difference you can withdraw, and any other commission that you by sharing you can withdraw. At the end of lock-in period, the total accelerated airdrops get added to your original package value. I've got an example, so don't worry about at this stage. Just get the concept and I will show you with an example. After 60-week lock-in period, the daily airdrops will then be calculated based on your new value. So, and you're going to get much larger airdrops from there on. These daily airdrops, yes, you can withdraw, right? You have access to those airdrops on a daily basis, provided it's 10 XRPs or more. And yes, those airdrops daily airdrops after your 60 week where you can withdraw, they are subject to 30% bot fees and also the 10% withdrawal fees like what we have now. And as I said, you get 100% additional airdrops as a gross value when accelerated. Now let's put this into a little bit more like an example, right? So airdrops, gross. The company says that we will get up to, the word up to is very, very important, up to 1% per day airdrops based on your package value, right? And 6 days per week. So let's work with an average 0.7% for this example. And with a package worth 1000 XRP. So if you're getting 0.7% on a 1000 XRP package, you will get 7 XRP gross. And you will get, which means you will get 42 XRPs as a week, in a week, because it's only 6 days of airdrops that we get. So 7 times 6 is 42. So let's work out your monthly XRPs. The monthly XRPs would be, if it is 42 per week, multiply that by 52 to get for the year and divide that by 12, you get 182 XRPs per month. Now, if you lock in, as in accelerate your package, you know that it'll get locked in for 60 weeks, which means 42 XRPs multiplied by 60, which is 2,520 XRPs that you don't have access to it, okay? What happens at the 60th week, end of the 60th week, that gets then added to your package value, original package value. In this example, is 1,000 XRP. So what's our new number? The new number would be 1,000 plus your 2,520. So that's your new package value. You have no access to that, but that's your new package value where the calculations start on your daily XRPs based on that value, which is 3,520 rather than 1,000 XRP. Now you can see the difference of XRPs that you get daily. Instead of getting 7 XRPs on a 0.7 example, 0.7% example, now you're getting 24.6 XRPs gross every day. If you calculate that for a week, that would be 6 days again, 6 days per week, 147.8 XRPs. And for a month, it's 640.6 XRPs. Just imagine now, after your 60-week period, within a month, you're getting 640 XRPs in relation to a package worth 1,000 XRP, right? So effectively, even less than 2 months, you are 1x, yeah, 640. In fact, it'll be 1.6. If you multiply, give me a second, if you multiply 640, right, it would be, yeah. So the additional months, so within 1.6 months, additional, after your 60 weeks or 13.8 months, additional 1.6 months, you have 1x, right? So in effect, you have 1x in 15.5 months. And you have 2x in 17 months in total, including your locked-in period. And you 3x in 18.5 months. And you 4x in 20 months, right? So the beauty of this is, one, you don't have to do anything for 60 weeks, as in the activating your bot and so on. And the fact that you're getting further 100% of XRPs, with no further cost. So this is just an illustration. I do have an Excel spreadsheet which we can plug in few numbers, but I wanted to show this first so you get a feel for how the calculations work and how the acceleration work. Remember, there's a variable here, which is the 0.7. So I work with 0.7. So it could be 0.8, it could be 0.9, or it could be 0.5, 0.6 points, it could be. So I know during the Christmas period, due to the liquidity, the numbers were a bit lower, but we are back on track in the range of 0.7%. So let's just work out a few benefits. I want to cover the benefits for the passive members, benefits for the active members, as well as benefits for the company, right? So benefits, 400% gross income from airdrops instead of 300%. That is 100% more airdrops gross at no extra cost. No need to activate the packages every Tuesday for the first 60 weeks during your locked-in period, Existing packages, the activation can be done only on a Tuesday. Finland times, when everything happens on that Tuesday, the day that we don't get any airdrops, that's the day that you can either activate or the acceleration, right? So I should change that to acceleration, the word. New packages, however, if someone new or anyone buys a new package, that can be activated or accelerated at the time of purchase. Hands-free passive income. So effectively, you don't have to do anything, particularly the passive people. It's easy to forget because you're not too involved. Here we are as team members, as leaders, we're much more involved helping our community and so on. Whereas if you come as passive and, with other things in life, you tend to forget that you need to activate or accelerate, activate the bot. However, whoever's got packages right now, and if those packages have given you more than 50% of the value from XRPs, those packages you cannot accelerate, right? Can stop the acceleration process at any time during that 60 weeks. But if you do that, if acceleration is stopped, then the active must go through the 60-week process and thereon. So that's for the benefits for the passive members. I just want to capture a few benefits for the active members. Active as in you're actively sharing with other people. Residual income, right? So this is the beauty of this company in a way. So they're always looking to support the field, the community. So they found where there was a gap here, right? Because we used to get only on introduction or only on, buying packages. Now here, right, the team or the sharers will benefit from a residual income through the accelerated airdrops from your team. But that will happen during your locked-in period of 60 weeks. Residual income will be as per the level bonuses up to 20 levels. I'll have a slide after that showing you the figures. Residual income will be on a Tuesday. It will be added, and then you can withdraw your residual income. Residual income is based on a gross accelerated airdrop from the team. So that's the other advantage we have. So because the calculations are based on the gross numbers, we have a higher number, in order to achieve or receive residual income through that. Residual income is not subject to 30% bot fees because that is considered as an income, as a commission. Conditions to receive residual income: one must have a minimum of 100 XRP package accelerated at all times during that 60-week period, right? So if you don't have a minimum of 100 XRP package accelerated, you will not receive those benefits of residual income from your team. If that particular package, 100 XRP, gets capped out, which means you use the complete capacity, then you must have another package accelerated in order for you to receive residual income. So this is a slide from the official deck, right? So what you get through the levels are these. So from the airdrops, you will get from the direct people 8%, level 2, 2%, level 3 to 6, you get 1%, and level 7 to 20, you will get 0.5%. So this is the same percentages that you get as level bonuses when you share with new people and buying packages, but it's the same concept. But here it's not just at buying packages. Here, as regular airdrops, on a daily airdrops, the teams will, the leaders or the sharers will benefit from it, which is fabulous. So what are the benefits for the company? We covered for the passive members, we covered for the active members. What are the benefits for the company? 60 weeks of freedom to trade with the capital. So they don't have to consider giving back part of the capital and the interest or trading profits and so on. So they have the entire 60 week, the freedom to trade with the capital. 60 weeks of freedom to trade with the arbitrage profits, right? So none of those airdrops will come to us within those locked-in period. However, you benefit at the back end of it with higher, airdrops. but the company now got the benefit of being able to reinvest or retrade the profits as well. So that's the power of compounding. We all know the power of compounding. So the company has the benefit and the freedom of 60 weeks to do compounding. Sorry, no airdrops on accelerator package for 60 weeks. So, they don't have to pay for us. And the fact that it's a sustainable strategy and a strategy built on longevity. So that's what we like about it, right? So it's an optional, but we have these, we benefit as leaders or sharers, the passive members benefit as well, and the company benefits as well. So let's look at the bigger picture here. The company, the community, the field, all of us, right? So it's all about that. So building strategies for sustainability and longevity of the company means both the company and the community and the field benefit immensely, right? So let's embrace the improvements. I always say, take the improvements as a positive, take the enhancements as a positive, and let's embrace it. Let's embrace the growth. This company is very young. We are all in it together. Let's embrace the growth of the company, growth of ourselves, ride the tide together. And let's embrace the contribution, help everyone, embrace, and empower other people and just grow the team and contribute as much as you can. Let's embrace gratitude. We are in a very, very, very good place. We're in a very great place. So let's take the fullest advantage, and the progress must come within. It's not anybody else. We got to work for it. We are in a good environment as a community, as a company, as a team. We got all the support that we need, and then let's just progress, within. So that's what I wanted to share. So hope that was useful. Any questions so far? Fire it. In the meantime, I'll open up the.
I have a question, Eranga.
Go for it.
Do you mind going over the slide where you showed the compounding of the accelerator?
Okay, let me open it and tell me which one you're referring to.
You know how you said that we locked in for 60 weeks, but we can't use those airdrops. The airdrops gets invested again into yeah.
This one here?
Back further.
Compounding power? No?
No, go back to the
I
slide
think
where you
he's
showed.
talking I think he's talking about the one where it was the flow chart.
Yes.
Okay. Flow chart, yeah. Sorry. Okay, here.
This one
This
here.
one?
Yeah. So
Okay,
can you
cool.
explain this again, please? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, sure. So this is an example I'm using based on we're receiving 0.7% daily, right? The company says that we get 1% daily, up to 1% daily, apologies, up to 1% daily. So it could be 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, so on. So in our experience, we are working towards 0.7. So that's the assumption I made here, okay? And also a package value of 1,000 XRP, okay? So if you have a package value of 1,000 XRP and you're getting 0.7% daily, which means you're getting, let me just go to, so you don't, okay, let's see, okay. Which means you're getting 7 XRP, right, per day, gross. Which means you're getting 42 XRPs for a week because 7 times 6, because what we get is 6 times 42, which means monthly you will get 182 XRPs. That is 42 as a week, multiply by 52 for the year, and divide by 12 for the month. Okay? So now, if one accelerate their bot, you won't get your XRPs on a regular basis. That's get accumulated. So 60 weeks of XRPs, 42 times 60 would give 2,520. So what happens after the 60-week period, right? The company will add that to the original value of package value of 1,000 XRP in this example. So after 60 weeks, you will have 1000 XRPs plus 2520 XRPs as a value. You have no access to it. Well, what happens then is our new daily XRPs, in this example 0.7%, will be calculated not on the 1000 XRP package, on a 3520 value, which
That was
means
my question.
instead of getting
I'm sorry to
7
cut.
XRPs,
I'm
go for
sorry,
it.
Eranga. So are we still, after those 60 weeks, we're now at 3,520 XRP. Are we still in the 60-week cycle again?
No, you're done your 60-week cycle, right? This is after your
Can I,
60 weeks.
Iranga, can I answer that question, please? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, look, what
Yeah.
happens is that the whole process about the accelerator is to be able to make sure that all your gross XRPs, which are credited to you as airdrops, are stored in a ledger. When 60 weeks is complete, that ledger calculates the number of XRPs that are stored in that particular ledger. All those are added up, and the addition of all those XRPs which have been credited to you gross, there's a figure to that, which Eranga has got 3,520 here. Now, what happens is that, sorry, not 2,520. That 2,520 gets added to your original package, which is 1,000, only for the purposes of paying you accelerated airdrops. So effectively, you're going to be paid on your accelerated volume of 3,520. Your package will still remain 1,000. You will only get 4 times of 1,000. But what is happening is that you are getting accelerated payout of your airdrops from week 61 based on a package of 3,520. Do you get that?
Yeah, I understand that now. So we're still on the accelerator still.
No, no. Well, no.
Earning the
Accelerator
airdrops.
finishes after 60 weeks. Accelerator finishes after 60 weeks. Effectively, your package that is effectively paying you out is calculated at 3,520, and you will
Paying out.
get
I see what you're saying.
airdrops
I
based
see
on the basis of
payouts. Gotcha.
3,520 until you complete 4 times 1,000 payout.
I understand now. Okay, got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
So
Shiv.
then what happens? Yeah, thanks, Shiv. Thank you. So now you're working with a higher value, 3,520 instead of 1,000. So you're getting a lot more XRPs per day. Instead of 7 XRPs, 24.6 XRPs. Then you just work out the calculation for 6 days a week, 147.8. For a month, 640.6. So you're effectively getting 640.6 XRPs on a package value of 1,000 XRPs. So within 1.6 months after your 13.8 months, which is the 60 weeks after, you effectively got your 1x as a gross value, right? It's a gross. We got to work with the gross. Reason being is, if you notice, if you see your back office, the capping is not a net figure, it's a gross figure. So when that fills up 400%, your reality, your actual XRPs in your wallet is different because there's 30% fees and a 10% withdrawal fee, on the 70% that we have. So this is based on the gross. So you will have 1x and 1.6 times.
Eranga, so we've gone through all this. I think it will be helpful if you put up your Excel sheet and actually show them. And also, I think I want to add the fact that why we went with 0.7% is because we've done analysis and we worked out the average rewards that one gets in airdrops. It's never up to 1%. It's up to 1%, but we worked out the average airdrops is 0.7. So we're working on very conservative figures. What I think I want to show you, which Eranga has got, is an Excel sheet which actually can work everything out for everyone if ever they wanted to, if they have the same Excel sheet. This is a great tool that Eranga has created.
Can you see? Everyone can see this? Shiv, you can see it?
I can see it
100% we can
perfect.
see.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I've got a locked in. So if you see these two numbers here, is 1,000 XRP package. We can change this so to whatever the package value people want to check on. So let's say with 1,000. So just to work out with the example that we've had. So airdrops, average airdrops is 0.7%, right? So again, that can be changed. Let's say it's 0.6%. So the numbers do change, 0.8%, right? So let's go back to 0.7. So that's 7 airdrops per day, 42 airdrops, XRPs per week, and 182 XRPs per month, right? It's get locked in for 60 weeks, which means 60 multiplied by 42, 2,520, right? So what happens then is, if you see this red section after the lock-in period, so what happens is this 2,520 plus the 1,000 gets added, right, to a new value, original pack value plus the total accelerated airdrop during your 60-week period. So now what happens is, like what I had it in the diagram, so you're now getting withdrawable airdrops after your 60-week period, based on the 0.7 per day. Now it's valued, it's worked out on the 3,520, not on the 1,000. So now you're getting a lot more XRPs and they can be withdrawn. So for a week, 147.8, for a month, 640.6 XRPs. So that's your locked-in period. So your additional months that you need here to 1x, right, to 1x, to 2x, to 3x, and 4x, the additional months you need, right, after your 13.8 months, 60 weeks, would be that. So if you work out in total, it'll take 15.4 months to get your gross 1x, but then you will have, because it's airdrops, you will have a 30% bot fee and also 10% withdrawal fee. So in effect, if somebody buys 1,000 pack and then accelerate it based on a 0.7% per day, you will have, in 20 months, you will have 2,520 XRPs if you choose to withdraw and pay the 10% as well. We know company has benefits or ways to sort of save 8% of your withdrawal fee through P2P and gift codes and so on. But let's assume that we're taking all the funds back out to an external wallet. You will make your 1,000 to a 2,520 in your external wallet in 20 months. But if you compare that with not accelerating, which is your green one, that's your current status, right? It will be the same number of XRPs, right? Because it's still on it's still on the package value of 1,000. What it does is you will see the time scale. So in 16.5 months, 48, let's say 16.5 months, you will have your 3x done, and external wallet will have 1,890 XRPs instead of 18.5 months, right? Having said that, because you haven't accelerated it, your current status, you will get only up to 300% growth on your airdrops. So that's the maximum you can make from that package. Whereas by accelerating, you make further 630 XRPs to make it 2,520. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Perfect.
that's
Perfect.
perfect. Iranga, there's
Yes.
another thing I think we missed out. People who are accelerating and people who are on their downline, people who are accelerating, the company is giving a percentage of
We've
that
covered that.
profit. Well, we covered that.
We've
Sorry, I was
covered
in
that.
another one.
Covered that already.
All right,
Covered
and
that
then
already. And
and
also told them that effectively the company is very generous because the company is not rewarding you on the net airdrops that are received. They are rewarding you on the gross airdrops that are accumulated by any acceleration. You will get the percentage of that gross amount. We've already covered that, Ash.
right. That's brilliant. Sorry, I was in another call as well. Second of all,
That's
what I
okay.
was Second of all, what I was saying, the Sonic airdrops. If you go Sonic,
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
and did you cover that? The Sonic
Yeah.
airdrop you can withdraw. Have you covered that as well?
This is
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Eranga. This is Eranga. Ash, she misses
Sorry,
nothing.
I was in another call. Guys, this is something that we've only heard of accelerator. Even me, I am gobsmacked now. The power of this accelerator. is just crazy, man. I mean, I haven't been through this kind of analytics before that's done by Eranga. It's just a mastermind of calculation with Shiv. This is a new level of income that has been. I'm just blown away, guys. I'm just blown away. Let's. Here's some questions from other people as well. I mean, let's. We're gonna do this with Eranga more often now for the people who are doing this, and I've never seen Iranga like this. That's the first time I've seen Iranga doing these kind of things, and it's just mind-blowing. I mean, I've done networking before for the last 10 years, but this is something way like amazing stuff, guys. So I leave it up to you, and people who wants to have some questions here today. We are all here. Raise your hand, and Queenie will unmute them one step at a time. And after that, we can go through some. Shiv will come, and all the other people will come to testimonies. So, any question, guys? Please raise your hand. Yeah.
Ash, I just want to add one more thing. That is one thing that Eranga has produced, but the Eranga has got a real illustration of the team bonus calculations and everything else, which will really motivate people as to how to build teams and how to balance the different organizations. And that is amazingly powerful for someone who's actually building a team. So I think we should include that in one of the presentation at some time, because these are very, very useful bits of information which everyone needs to be able to understand.
We will do that. We will do that. We have 7 Zooms or 8 or 14 Zooms a day, a week. Okay. So what we'll do, because Christmas was there and we didn't organize all the Zoom calls properly. Now we are doing the organization of Zoom calls properly. So we will make dates for all this amazing calculation and analytics, and let's organize this properly, guys, because these informations are very, very important and very powerful, guys. It's on another level. So we will do that. Thanks, Shiv. Thanks, Iranga, for all these amazing things anyway. So raise your hand, guys. We are here, and just unmute them. Queenie, look at people, and please, if you do want to ask the questions, we will appreciate to open your videos first. If you don't open your videos, we're not going to allow you to answer any questions. This is very, very important. Okay. So the video room is open. And if somebody wants to ask a question, please open your videos and let's go through some questions. Okay. Queenie, keep an eye on them, please, and unmute them, please, if you can. Thank you.
Erie, you can go and ask your question.
Hi, morning. Yeah, so XAB is great. I'm a member, and I was listening to the accelerator package, and I missed a little bit. So if I am correct, the accelerator package would start only with 1,000 XRP.
No, the minimum package value that can be accelerated is 100 XRP package. Anything 100 and above can be accelerated. Anything less than 100 cannot be accelerated.
Okay, that's a very, very exciting plan. That sounds like really boosting.
And look, you will have some current packages which have been paying out for a while. So any package that has been paid out up to about 50% of the package, you cannot accelerate that. You can accelerate all the other packages that you have got in your back office, which are under 50%. So existing packages. So any packages up from 100 upwards can be accelerated.
Okay, then. Thank you. Wonderful.
Welcome.
Glenn, can you unmute yourself? Queenie, can you make Glenn co-host, please? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just go to the back office and I'll just open. Hold on a second. You can unmute yourself, guys. Anyway, if you raise your hand, you can unmute yourself. Glenn, you can unmute yourself. That's not a problem. Let's go.
Hey, good morning, Eranga. Great job. Sorry, I got bad head here. I'm still morning
Me
coffee.
too.
But anyway, wonderful job, you guys. Just to clarify, that 100. So if I have 100 XRP package right now, do I have to wait till the Tuesday to accelerate it if it's existing? But
If
if I
it's
purchase a
existing,
new one,
yes. Yeah.
and if
If
I
it's
purchase a new
existing,
one,
okay.
sorry,
So
if
if
I
it's
purchase a
existing, you got to wait till Tuesday. Then you have two options, activate or accelerate. So you have a choice of two, right? So you could accelerate by sliding it. If you're planning to accelerate, don't click on the bot and then activate it. If it's a new one that you bought it, then you have both options again, right? So you can do it at that time. But existing one, yes, it'll work on a weekly cycle.
Okay, so I'm signing up a new member today. They're able to accelerate today at the time of purchase.
Yes. Make sure you
Awesome.
don't click on the bot and activate it. Then you have to wait
Right.
till Tuesday.
Right. Okay, that clarifies it. Thank you, Eranga.
Welcome.
Thank you. Any other question, guys? Eranga, if you're free,
Yes.
let's because a lot of people are here today. If you're free tomorrow, shall we do the power team building on the salary? If you're free tomorrow at the same time, so people can invite every. I tell you what, guys. So tomorrow, let's do the salary team bonus salary analytics by Eranga tomorrow. So make sure to invite everybody how to build your team, because when Shiv and Eranga and Avtar, they done the claim on diamond, they cleared out every single penny from the company. Okay, guys, so this is very, very important. They didn't leave anything behind. So this is what we call a mastermind, a master tactician at his best in the work. So guys, you don't want to leave anything on the table, okay? So this is the mastermind. So let's make sure tomorrow we will have Eranga coming us and showing us the team building process of how to maximize your earning, how to build your foundation. If the foundation is strong enough, this company will give you, it's like, plucking dollars from a pine tree. Okay, so this is here for lifetime, guys, and everything is from lifetime. So we have the mastermind. Make sure to invite tomorrow. We'll have Iranga coming us and giving us how to build your team, how to maximize your earning, and how to become an XRP millionaire within the next few years. So guys, don't miss out. Tomorrow Iranga's back. So any other question, guys? If not, Shiv, do you want to say a few words, and then we hand it over to some of our great leaders? Malik is here, the Bitcoin boss. We'd love to hear from him. He's been traveling all across the world after. Iranga, do you want to say a few words, and then we'll hand it over to Malik and the other
Excuse me
leaders?
for a moment. Can you hear me? This is Debbie Dowd out in Shawnigan Lake, and I have to run off to work. But will that presentation be in the morning, like just after 6 o'clock here for me,
Same time,
or at
same time,
nighttime?
same time, same time, same time.
Okay, thank you. God bless. Thanks.
Same time as today, yeah.
Same time as today. Shiv, do you want to finish, say a few words, and then we'll move on to all the top leaders to give us some overview of this amazing call.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not turning my camera on, but I have not even dressed up today. Unfortunately, I blame you, Ash, because
You're making
you tell
too much
me never
money.
to sleep.
You're
You
making
tell
too
me
much
not
money.
to sleep.
Well,
Guys,
that was the
this is
90-day process.
yeah, but I'll carry on because it's so exciting. Look, guys, something, if you really get into the whole program, you will realize how exciting this is. And if you listen to Eranga and the strategies that he comes up with and the presentation that he brings to actually demonstrate to you exactly what can be made out of this particular project, then I think, something, you will be excited as much as we are, and you probably won't be sleeping very much either. So look, come tomorrow. The presentation will be absolutely excellent. It'll give you an insight into what growing a team means and how you should grow that team and how you should balance the three organizations so that you actually benefit the most. The company will not benefit a great deal, but the company will benefit at some point because you'll have a certain strategy where certain small gains will be dropping off. So the company is not worried about its own personal benefits, it's worried about our benefits. So we are more than happy to teach you how to maximize your income. So tomorrow's presentation is an absolute must for everyone. So do come tomorrow at the same time to be able to listen to Eranga again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So let's hear from Malik, the Bitcoin base, the traveler all across the world. Malik, where are you, bro? The Bitcoin boss. Miss you, boy.
What's going on, Sab? Great to be here with the community again. And I was traveling in Asia. So I was in Xiamen, China, and I was also in Singapore for a couple of weeks. And I told everybody I wanted to be like Tiger Tony when I grew up, and now my dream came to reality, right? And I had the pleasure of meeting Eranga when we were in Barcelona. And one thing that I got from him is that this man is a mathematician. So there's no one that's better to explain the accelerator program than Eranga. And it was clear. I understood it clearly. I understand the benefits from, a passive, perspective, as well as someone who's building this platform, and also how the company is going to benefit. And just like he said in the presentation, it's all about sustainability. And when we wanted to get into this project, we were looking for something that would be here for the next few years and not just for the next few months. So I think it's brilliant what the company has put together, where a passive member can earn up to 400%. And the math really maths, right? When you look at the numbers, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So I love the way that the numbers are stacking up. This is going to help people create even more XRP. So really excited to get on this Zoom call, catch up with everything that's been happening in the community, and excited to share this to my team members so that more people can benefit from this accelerator program. So thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you, thank you. Let's hear it from Gail, Lisa, Silas, and Robin. Let's hear it from you guys. And then Queenie, I leave it over to you, sister. I've got another meeting to attend. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ash. Yeah, let's go with Gail. Gail, one of our Zab Angels, if you can come on and give us your insight and how, go for it.
I just ate this up. I have a technical background. So Eranga, I loved how you put up your Excel spreadsheet. But let me tell you guys something. If you're not techie, don't even worry about it. I mean, just think about the fact that this company has our back. We have not only just a wealth creation, but what I saw here was a community interacting with each other, a community that took their time to use their talents to give us. Most people are not wanting to get all technical, but they gave us this information to us in such a way that it was understandable, and I'm super excited. Now, as a presenter, by the way, I'm presenting tonight. So I want everybody to come back and then bring at least one person. But you know what? Strive to bring 2-3 people. But let me tell you something. And then, of course, you have to come back tomorrow. Ranga's got a whole nother session for us. But I'm just super excited because, here we have a wealth creation plan. And honestly, I'm big on wealth preservation. And that's what this is. The fact that they put all these requirements in place, like, you can't touch it for 60 weeks. That's a great thing. The fact that you can now have this go up to 400%, that's a great thing. There's just so many great things, you guys. I'm super excited. And Eranga and Shiv, your whole team, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Awesome, Sister Gail. Thank you for that amazing encouragement to our team after hearing a smashing presentation by Eranga brother. Okay, I'll hand it over to our Medina brother, the Charlie of all Charlies with our Zap Angels. Over to you, bro. Give us a little insight of what you thought about Brother Eranga's training and all for today. Thank you. Over to you, bro.
Thank you, Queenie, and thank you, Eranga, for clearing that for me. It's not like I didn't understand. That was just a concept that I wasn't sure about, but I perfectly understand that, man. And that's an awesome way to really earn, with the accelerator. So there's so many ways, guys, multiple income streams, right? And just to know the fact when you showed those numbers, man, that really got me excited. That's why I wanted a little bit more clarification based on how that all works out, because not just English, but I also do it in Spanish. So I have to also relate that into the Spanish language for my community, right? For the Latin community, and for helping them understand what I needed a little bit of adjustment to understand what you just delegated there. So thank you for that, man. And I'm super excited, guys. My team is growing every day. The Latin community is growing every day. And we're super excited to even present this new opportunity that Eranga just leveraged here for all of us to understand how we can build the accelerator and earn all the way to the maximum that we can earn with this new program, right? And I couldn't be more happy than to be amongst all you guys, all you leaders, everybody. I consider everybody a leader here. You're in the right place at the right time. I always like to say that. And XRP looks very, very bright. The future is very bright for XRP. As we all know, the ledgers are going to be just a matter of time. The banks, the institutions, and these big hedge funds, they're going to be using it as a XRP as the ledger for these bank and financial institutions, right? They're going to be using it on a daily basis. So with that being said, I know it's the top of the hour. I won't take too much of your time, but thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget, Gail will be on tonight, doing it at 8 p.m. for our later on presentation. I'll be doing a little bit later on in the hour, 11 a.m. I'll be doing the Spanish presentation a little bit within the hour. So if you guys have anybody who's bilingual or who doesn't understand much the English and you have Spanish speaking leaders, send them our way. It's the same link. It's just a different time. And I'll be more than happy to present the XAB Club and have everybody understand what XAB is all about. So with that being said, thank you very much. And I'll give it right back to Queenie.
Thank you, Brother Al. It's always amazing to see the growth of our leaders as we're growing this community at the same time. So thank you for everything you do as well, brother, in the backdrop. And make sure you just, even if you don't speak Spanish like I do, right? I go in and support the brother. It's very important that our community grows
Yep.
all together as we are multilingual. Okay, so I'll hand it over and I can see her camera. She's buzzing. She wants to say something. Sister Robin, over to you.
Eranga, I tell you, Shiv, you guys are amazing. From the time that I met you in Barcelona, I knew it was a great, great opportunity to lock arms, but mainly to lock mentally with you guys. One thing that I see whenever I come on these Zooms, and you know, as one of the speakers, we learn something new every single time, and that's the transparency of the XAB Club. I love the fact that everyone is so transparent and they're so willing to help. And I'm grateful for that. And so, what I impart upon my team is just understand that we're here to create that financial freedom for you. So, the time is now. Whatever you've been doing in the past, it is now. If you've been sitting around saying, hey, Christmas is over, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Now, do it now. Okay, I want financial freedom for my family. Now, set your goals, create a pathway to get there, and just do it. Let's all go to the top together. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Queenie. Thanks, Ash. Everyone's been phenomenal. So looking forward to a great year.
Thank you, Robin. Can I just very briefly show something that leaders can take advantage of on the
Let's go. Let's go,
yeah,
brother.
the reason
All good.
is now I work with can you see the Excel spreadsheet? Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
You can. Okay. So I work with 1,000. So this, this is something. Let's put 10,000 pack. Okay. The power of a higher value on the on what we call on the accelerator is insane. So now you're looking right with a 10,000. Let's say somebody does not want to build. They're passive, but got XRPs or have deep pockets to buy XRPs and then park their money on and then accelerate it. It's just insane because instead of getting 3 times the gross value, they're getting 4 times. Now look at the numbers here, right? So somebody then does not need to do anything for 60 weeks or 13.8 months. And here, if you accelerate it, their 10,000 pack will eventually, right, I know it gives 40,000 4 times in terms of gross, but after your bot fees and so on, we'll have 25,200 instead of buying a package and every day or every week trying to and activate the bot and tends to forget and so on. I mean, these numbers are based on every Tuesday the activation has been done, right? So this is the optimum sort of value. So that person will get 18,900 in 16.5 months, whereas further 3.5 months, he or she will have 25,200 XRPs. So the time that that person has to wait is another 3.5 months, and you will get 6,300 XRPs more than what he or she would have got from not accelerating it. Higher the number, higher the gap is, and it really makes it like worthwhile. Okay, I've got deep pockets. I'm willing to sort of park my 10,000 XRP, and then within 20 months, that's not too long, within 20 months, you will have 25,200 XRPs. And that's after the withdrawal fees and everything. So, if you can help that person to save some of the withdrawal fees through the P2P system, then, he or she will have a lot more. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You've just
Cool.
you've just knocked my chair off the kitchen area,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, sweet
So
ace. Thank you for sharing that.
it's an incentive for those people who are building to try and encourage higher value of packages rather than buying the hundreds. The difference is not too much on a hundred. So you may not have the deep pockets, but you may know people who know people with deep pockets or got XRPs. Will consider. But if you can show the difference within 3.5 months, there is a huge difference. 6,300 XRPs at no extra cost.
But make sure you tell them that they can withdraw from week
Yeah.
61 onwards every single day if they want to. So effectively, they don't have to leave any of their money in the vendor platform. They can have it in their own wallet. So gradually, they're withdrawing that XRPs, which are being given to them after week 60.
Well done. Yeah. Cool.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. I don't even think we want to get off this call. I think we're ready to go for the next session that's due tomorrow. But we need to give a rest to our amazing technical brother. And yeah, great training for all of us today. And you're pretty lucky on here. So tomorrow you need to get your teams on here so that we can learn together and grab more people's attention on how we can accelerate any of the bonuses that's within our compensation plan. So without further ado, I know that we're pretty much over the top of the hour. We do have our Spanish call happening also very, very soon. But what I'll do is I'll shout out to Africa. How's Africa taking the training today? Leader Stylist, if you can give us a word or two, and yeah, we'll go from there. And I'll bring the exciting one because I know she's flaring up in the background. But yeah, definitely we're coming to you, sister.
All right, guys. I can assure you today I've really learned a lot. And I feel accelerator is one of the best things that you can support train our people. Because the way I'm seeing how people are going to make money only on accelerator is extremely a lot of money. But I feel if we can pursue all of us on accelerator, even if people are getting from the weekly bonus, we can still also change some of the guys also to put on accelerator because there's extremely a lot of money there. Because if you put money on the weekly earning, you find you spend all the money, but on accelerate, you find they're holding for you. And if you want to do that money, how do you do with it? Now, let us just take a scenario for the banking. People are putting money in the bank. They put there for 1 year, which is almost 60 weeks. They get only 2%. But imagine you are receiving almost 200%, 400% of that money. It is extremely crazy money. So I wish you all the best. And what I want to tell you that it is only a foolish person who does not learn. A person who wants to learn will always come to the Zoom, will always come and ask the question, will always move with the train which is moving. I wish you all the best, and let's start at the top. Thank you.
Thank you, Leader Silas, for that. And it's amazing to hear how Africa is progressing with our amazing opportunity as well. So thank you for all your leadership and as well as your team all the way there in our continent of Africa. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up our last angel, Lisa. She's always exciting. She's got the firecracker of the moment. So over to you, sister.
I've just been dying. I mean, you know what's so exciting, y'all? I love this team. This is incredible. And if you notice that each day, every single time we're on, everyone gets more and more excited. Like the energy is going higher and higher and higher. So if you're on this call and you're for the first time or just getting started or whatever, you can see that we're all getting more excited as this days progress, the weeks progress, the company's progressing, and this is what's happening. I mean, this is the excitement that's happening because the future is happening. So we want you on this beautiful, incredible train, this platform, this vehicle that we're all a part of to really 10x our dreams, 10x our money. I mean, it's so exciting. So, just keep plugging in. We're here for you. Get out those dreams because you can see this is I mean, my background is finance and business also. So these numbers, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just want photographs of them on my wall. It's so amazing. So you all, we're so pumped. We're so excited. Don't forget to get your ticket to Thailand. Plug into the Spanish and the Indians calls, and then we'll see you guys in a few more hours for another English presentation. But man, fire up, get it together, you guys. Today's a great day, and this vehicle is going with you on it. So back to you, Queenie.
All right. Thank you for our exciting bunny that was, sister. It's always a breath of fresh air when you come on and get us to finish our amazing training for today. So thank you to Eranga. You're a golden nugget and a half, brother. I think I'll have to get my USB or USB-C, whatever, and plug it in your brain cells so we can learn a little bit more in detail. But also thank you to Shiv. You're creating momentum in your team. I know the Hindi team is just exploding. And I also want to give a dedication to the third arm of this trio team, Alta. Don't forget the brother there as well. I mean, these guys have been phenomenal. I had the pleasures of meeting them in Barcelona, along with our XAB Angels. We still got to meet our Charlie, and also with his two amigos, Ed and Jeffrey as well. So, and the rest of our family. So make sure you do get those tickets to Thailand. It's going to be epic. It's going to be a momentous moment you will never forget. So with a tradition, we'll go back to the XAB Club album, and we're going to go out with the dog dancing his way. And then feel free to open up your camera and boogie with us along the background. But we'll see you again for another epic training from Eranga and the team. And, with Gail as well, doing a run through our compensation plan like we did today with our beautiful Robin. So thank you again. Take care. God bless you wherever you are in this world. And we'll see you on the next Zoom.
Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you. Let's go.
From nights where the lights were low, dreams in our hearts but the road was cold. Step by step we earned our name, built this fire, felt that flame. Same vision, different skies, same hunger in our eyes. When the world said wait your turn, we stayed ready, we never burned. Hear the sound, it's getting louder. Feel the ground, we're standing prouder. This moment, this time we rise together, all aligned. XAB Club. To the global stage, this is more than a moment, this is our age. Team Panthers, black and gold, hearts on fire, fearless souls, run together, feel that thunder. One team, one voice, none stronger. Touchdown dreams in a foreign land, different streets, same brotherhood stand. Bangkok nights, the city alive, every step saying we survive. Not just a tour, it's a sign. Hard work finally crossed that line. We didn't chase fame or shine. Right here, all or nothing, all. When we sing, when we move, the whole world feels the truth. XAB Club, worldwide, different cities, same inside. From the struggle to the skyline, this is power multiplied. Team Panthers, hear the roar, stronger now than never before. Side by side, no fear, no doubt. When we run, the lights go out. This is not luck, this is not chance. This is every step we took when no one cared. Look around, Remember this feeling, this moment, this is all. Hey, 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 hey. XAB Club. Say, say. Woo! Coming, coming. Woo! XAB Club, stand up now, say it loud, say it proud, say from our roots to Thailand skies, same fire burning in our eyes. Team Panthers, one woman pack, one destiny. If you